Hi everyone, my name is Rema, and I'm on a mission to raise entrepreneur superstars in Africa. People think that entrepreneurship is limited to business. Entrepreneurship is more than what you do for businesses only. Entrepreneurs are needed in our systems, either it's political systems, in the economy, or in businesses or in any sphere of life. And I encourage you to follow us on our page. Okay, it's the YouTube page, Facebook, on Instagram. It's Rotimi Rema. I would love to see you there. Let's connect. Let's talk about entrepreneurship. Okay, entrepreneurship is more than business. Entrepreneurship is about solving problems and creating values that can be created, and it is relevant to the problems and the needs of thousands or millions of people all over the world. That is who an entrepreneur is. I do emphasize on this that for people who are parents, you should raise your children as entrepreneurs. And how do you start? You start by asking the right questions. Don't ask your kids, okay, what would they like to become when they grow up? No, ask them what type of problem would they like to solve when they grow up. That's two different things. It's the same objective, but in two different ways of achieving, or the two different approach to it. What you're saying when you're asking them what kind of problem or what type of problem would they like to solve when they grow up is that you are building the ownership mentality. You're building the consciousness that they can be problem solvers. Okay, so if someone tells you that I would like to take care of sick people, I do not like seeing people being sick, I would like to do things that makes them better or get better, you're opening up a channel of conversations around the medical field, maybe as a pharmacist, as a medical doctor, and all of those things. So it's always important that when we're raising the kids, we raise them with the entrepreneurship mindset. I also would say this to those in businesses. Okay, those are entrepreneurs or those who are business people, and you have guys in your organization. Raise leaders, raise entrepreneurs. And how do you do that? How do you raise entrepreneurs and leaders? It's by allowing these guys to set expectations, okay, to set their objective. You own the macro vision. You have the bigger vision. You know what you seek to achieve as an organization. But when you have this vision, you know what you want to achieve. Recruit the right set of people. The right set of people are the people with the right attitude, the right mentality towards work. People who have ownership mindset to the work they seek to deliver to the organization. When you have this set of people in your organization, don't teach them what to do. Don't tell them what to do. You give them the problem and let them come back to you with the solutions. Our jobs as leaders is to influence, is to guide. It's not to profile the solutions to the problem and hand it on a template to them, say, let's go do it. What you're raising are people who will relatively not be committed to the work or the things that you seek to achieve in your organization. So begin to raise people with entrepreneurial mindset. In organizations, you will hear something like this, terminologies like entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs with the mindset of creating solutions, of solving problems, of creating values in the organizations, but they are within the system or the structures. So these are people who can build up some micro structures in the larger scope of things, and they begin to push and channel for success with respect to what they've built in your organizations. So these entrepreneurs are people you need in your organization. These are people that must be at the ends of affair. How as an accountant, as a salesman, as the operations person, the guy in procurement or in logistics, when you begin to have these guys knowing that they have something at stake, that's the right word, something at stake. Because you can say, hey, I want you to be an entrepreneur. I want you to have ownership mindset. How do you make people become entrepreneurs? How do you make them to have those ownership mindset? Beyond the ability to allow them to think independently and to create solutions is the capacity on your own part to create reward systems that encourages these guys to want to go for more. The reward system that encourages them to know that they're actively involved in the system or in your structure to grow. Because, the truth is this, what I've seen in Africa and what I've seen about most people that we bring into our organization is this. Everyone in a way is actually entrepreneurial in Africa. People have visions of what they want to do for themselves. They have visions of the businesses they want to create and they want to go for. So what made them come to you? It sometimes may be because of the economic situations or the challenges around them as at that time. So you must be generous enough. And when I mean generous, it doesn't have to be monetary. It has to be, how do you ensure that there's this bite in your organization's share that these guys cannot actually take advantage of. Okay, that's why we talk about stock investment. Okay, you can tell someone that, okay, in the next 5 years, if you move in the next 5 years, these are the things that comes to you as a benefit beyond profit. Profit sharing is a stage, and stock vesting is another stage that you can look at. Okay, I think strongly that Africans' problem, either in the political space or in businesses, in commercial economy, can begin to start having some alignment when we begin to take seriously the development of entrepreneurs in our space. And that is why, like I said earlier, I am on a mission to raise entrepreneurial superstars. I'm on a mission to see that the gap of the ownership mindset that can make Nigerian businesses to move from good to great, we begin to put that into considerations right now. So get your friends, get your colleagues, get your staff to follow Rotimi Rema on the page. And I tell you, there's going to be a lot of transformation you will see over time when these guys are connected to us. Thank you, and God bless you.